Right, so here I have on the main table the vegetables. So I'll be going through the 4 vegetables. Here we've got the beetroot. It's organic. That's the only one I could have collected on Friday. Organic beetroot. We've got the British leek. We also have the peppers and the baby spinach. So these are 4 in-season vegetables. Now these are going to go to make the marinade, Oy'Nissh marinade, which is also referred to as Oynifiers. Some ginger, garlic, spring onion, and onion. Let's start with the leek, the spinach. Now the spinach, well, I guess everybody is encouraged to wash your vegetables. Sometimes you get package of spinach in the supermarket that said it's washed already and good to consume straight away. But then there are others where it said you need to wash it. So this one I'm washing it. Any dirt will settle at the bottom. Other alternatively, you could put it in the sink and fill the sink with water and wash it, but it's not a lot, so I'm not wasting water. Oops, so this should be sufficient. Let's keep this on first. There you go. There are some other leaves in it. It's almost impossible to get rid of all of them, I guess. Added vegetable. But I'll take away most of them as I see them. Just put that there. That stays there. And just keep the spinach bit to get that nice rich spinach taste. As I said, just in case, this one isn't dirty, but sometimes, especially during summer, when they've got excess spinach, they sell the very big packs, and it's loaded with leaves that are dirty. So at that time you wash it thoroughly. Okay. Goes there. That's good. Take the white bit out. Just, you can cut it out or just pick it out, depends. So peppers. So you don't want them finely chopped, just, you know, nice dice. There we go. You see, I always try to work with the least dirty stuff first. I'm doing the seasonal products first, so that's for sure. The ones that are on health promotion, the ones that I showed earlier on, the 4 fruit and vegetables, autumn fruit and vegetables. So I'm doing these ones first. But generally, I work with the least dirty to the most dirty. So I leave especially the root vegetables for last. So I'm leaving the beetroot and the leek for last in terms of the fruit and veg on health promotion. When I reach that side, I leave the ginger and the onion for last and the garlic. So this is our pepper finish. Now I'm going to do the leek, and I'm going to use this container to put the leek in. Now the leek normally comes very dirty, so I need a bowl like this to steep it in for a little while, and I'm going to change the cutting board. So I keep this one here then now, and this one is for the leek and the beetroot. So earlier on I was cutting the onion, so the onion is also cut on this one. If by any chance you feel that the knife is getting duller, you can sharpen it again. But the knife, it should be fine. Yeah, it is. A wee bit more. There we go. And just put it in here. So just thumbs up to everybody. Thanks for viewing. Just to bear in mind that don't be afraid if you see your fruit or vegetable dirty. Remember, most of it is grown in the ground. Obviously it's going to be dirty, so it's expected. You just need to wash it so it's palatable for eating, you know, and safe for eating too. When you're dealing with a large amount of leek, chopped leek, you'd put it in a sink like this and let it fill with water, and then the dirt will settle at the bottom and it's easy to clean then. So I'm just giving it a quick rub to sort of detach the soil particle from the leek. Then I let it stay there and steep. The leek normally floats at the top, most of the leek, and the dirt to the bottom, so that helps. So that's why I cut it just small enough so that it works. So it increases the surface area in which the water can actually wash it. Yeah, and sometimes it just looks, especially for the bigger ones, just double check, because sometimes there are some patches of dirt that can linger. So just do like this, yeah, to ensure that it's coming on nicely. Yep, good. So just leave this here. Let that stay there, then now and steep a bit, and we'll do the beetroot. Okay, so for the beetroot, cut the tips off like this. And cut around. This is where sometimes the small knife is handy. Alternatively, you can use a serrated knife. Now a serrated knife, let me show you. Serrated knife. This is good especially when you're doing citrus and you're cutting around the orange or the lemon and you want segments, orange segment or grapefruit segment, you'd cut around. So you could use a serrated knife, but then this is just as good. Or, as I said, the big knife. In this stage, I normally use the big knife. I just like working with the big knife when doing beetroot in particular. Yes, it's just that you just have to be careful that it doesn't eat into the flesh. You see, that's the thing with the big knife. Just have to be very mindful that it have the ability to dig into the flesh. Let's put this there. Now just be mindful, because the beetroot was here quite dirty and I've just washed it. I just put this bit over on this side now. It's just wee tips, you know. There we go. That should be enough. Just look how, wow, well defined it is. So On Friday, last Friday when I went to some of the supermarkets to buy beetroot, they've got the pickled one, the ones that's already cooked and in vinegar. No, I searched for raw ones and it took me to Tesco in Musselburgh. This is why I wanted it. That firm, uncooked texture, because then this will be going to make the marinade uncooked. Now, when I use an Oynifier or Oy'Nissh marinade to make bread, this will be in the bread raw. It won't go into the bread cook. It will be in the bread raw and be baked with the bread. Of course, there's a way that I'll prepare it so it works perfectly. But it means that it will keep as much of the nutrients as it possibly can with a little crunchiness and this awesome texture, you know. It's a beauty. Just look at the colors. This is just the awesomeness of food. Just look how detailed it is. That deep red, uncooked, so natural. Wow. It's going to be something. Once the Oynifier is finished, just cut these bits too. No. I try not to strain this off yet, because chances are from straining it off, this will go into the strainer and the dirt will fall back on top of it. So what I do is take out the leak like this so it doesn't get contaminated with the dirt at the bottom. Now this one, luckily I haven't seen much dirt at the bottom, so that's a plus. But it's there, you know. In other occasions, it is much more dirty and you actually see the brownness at the bottom, particles. So now most of it is out, all of it, pretty much. Now I can strain it off. Oh, there we go. So there you go. All our fruit and veg on the health promotion: leek, beetroot, pepper, spinach, 4 seasonal vegetables, apple, Bramley apple from the Inventor Lodge, also the mulberry from the Inventor Lodge, elderberry from Craig Miller Castle Park in Edinburgh, blackberry from Newington East Lothian.